Hi, good morning everyone. Hope all of you are good today. Guys, today is our last online class and actually the last lecture class for the semester, and I guess next week will be your final exam week. So today I'm going into important topics from the chapters left. Actually, we have left like 4 more chapters. However, we cannot discuss all the slides today. There will be hundreds, maybe up to 100 slides to discuss, so I will just continue with the important topics for final. For chapter 10, restaurant service management, it is on sanitation and management. So in this chapter you will be learning about food safety and sanitation, and the important topic for this chapter is actually on slide number 10, which is the factors affecting the bacteria growth. So this one, on the slide number 9, it discusses on the bacteria as one of the harmful microorganism, and slide number 10 is on the factors affecting bacteria growth. What are the factors that will lead to bacteria grow inside the food? So there are 6 factors, as you can see over here. Number 1 is food factor itself. Number 2, acidity. Number 3, time. Number 4, temperature. Number 5 is oxygen, and number 6 is moisture. All of these 6 factors will contribute to the rapid growth or faster growth of bacteria in the food. So let me go into number 1, the food factor. The food itself, if it contain high protein in the food, you will find that the food will be easily get spoiled. For example, poultry items such as birds and chicken, and also meat item, seafood item, dairy products. All of these are food that is very high in protein content. So food that has high in protein content, you will find that it will easily get spoiled because bacteria can grow inside the food. This is especially if the food is not cooked. For example, protein food such as poultry, chicken for example, if it is not cooked and you put in the water sink, maybe many people will put the chicken in the water sink to defrost the item from the freezer, and then they will find that if they put too long outside of the freezer, the chicken will turn into greenish color and have bad smell. The same goes to meats, seafood, and dairy products. Dairy products is like milk, yogurt, and milk and yogurt, not cheese. Cheese is okay on the room temperature. And also food that has high content in carbohydrate also, such as rice and also potatoes. We are not talking about the rice uncooked, but we talk about cooked rice and cooked potatoes. Guys, if you have the experience cooking rice or potatoes, it can only last like a few hours only on the room temperature. If you leave the rice, for example, cooked rice for example, from morning until 7 p.m, you will find that at the 7 o'clock the rice will start to have like will start to melt, or to have some what they call it, you will find that you will have some bad smell and tend to be like jelly and what, right? So this food is actually very likable to bacteria. So protein food and also carbohydrate food, means cooked carbohydrate food, is very good food for bacteria growth. Number 2 is acidity level. When you have the food with very high in acid, you will find that the food will not have any problem. But if the food, guys, I think you know pH level. pH level is actually the measurement for acidity and also alkaline. If it is high in acid and high in alkaline, so the food is safe. But when the food is between 4.6 to 7, the pH level, if the food is between 4.6 to 7, means it is not really strong in acid, not really strong in alkali, and then you will alkaline. I mean, if it is not strong in alkali and also alkaline and also acid, the food will easily get spoiled. Guys, I give you one example. I think you know pickles, food pickles, right? Food pickles, they put a lot of vinegar to actually protect the food from bacteria. So you can find that pickles, you can use it up to 1 year because it contains high sugar and also acid inside the pickles. You have what we call as you have preserve the food with high acid content. It will last for a long time. So I think pH level, all of you know this pH level. pH level from 7 to 14 is high in acid, and from 1 to 7 is high in alkaline. So however, 4.6 to 7 is in the middle. So any food that is not high in acid or not high in alkaline, so they will be the favorable condition for bacteria growth. Next is temperature. Temperature danger zone or danger zone temperature between 5 to 60. Guys, between 5 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius is the best temperature for bacteria growth. Any food that is left between 5 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, it will promote really fast bacteria growth. I give you example. Guys, room temperature is what? Anyone know what is room temperature? Room temperature is 25. So any food that is left between 5 to 60, which is our room temperature 25, the food will deteriorate or will grow in bacteria very rapidly. So any food that you put on the room temperature, it will deteriorate very fast. It will spoil very fast. I give you example also. Guys, for example, vegetables. Vegetables, if you put on the room temperature, it can last for like half a day, right? The leafy vegetables especially. But if you put the leafy vegetables and you wrap and you put inside the refrigerator, it can last for 3 or 4 or maybe 5 days. So what is refrigerator temperature? Refrigerator temperature is between 2 to 5. So any between 5 to 60 is danger zone. 2 to 5 is considered refrigerator temperature. And if you learn also freezer temperature is 0 to -17 or -18. It will last for longer time, especially meat. So we need to keep food in the temperature outside of this range, 5 to 60. All right, because if you put any food between 5 to 60, it will spoil very rapidly. Guys, above 60 is actually when you cook the food. Yeah, chicken, if you put at room temperature, it can last for 2-3 hours. But if you cook it, it can last for more than 6 hours because you have cooked and bacteria is killed. And bacteria is killed at 100 degrees Celsius. Guys, I will see you in the next video.